Okay, we will get started, guys. So we are going to start with a towel or a blanket. You're just going to roll it up and lay it into the middle of your mat. And we're going to start, oh, I better take my rabbit slippers off. We're going to start in butterfly pose, just putting those knees out to one side, feet together. You're going to want the towel to be at the base of your lower back, and you're just going to relax onto it. Bring those arms up and letting them go to one side. Release that chest, release those shoulders. So we're going to stay in each pose for a couple of minutes. We're going to do a slow down Sunday session. It might feel like we've been going in slow-mo, but in actual fact, my mind has been going crazy. I don't know about you guys, but I've just got like so many things that I want to do and so many projects that I need to chill out for a little bit. So just closing those eyes, guys, letting those hips relax, letting those knees go down to one side. We're going to aim to breathe in threes. We're going to be breathing in for 3 seconds, hold for 3 seconds, and then breathing out for 3 seconds. We'll stay in each pose for a couple of minutes, and today's session will be just around an hour. Start with that breathing, guys. We're going in, 2, 1, hold, 2, 1, and out, 2, 1. In, 2, 1, hold, 2, 1, and out, 2, 1. Focus on breathing at your own pace, aiming for those threes. If you can go to the fives, breathe in for 5, hold for 5, out for 5. Letting those knees really relax close to the ground. Aiming to release any tension in that lower back. Any tension from the feet or the legs. Any tension from the arms or the chest. Maybe you're holding it in your jaw. Quite often I feel like my jaw is very tense. Give it a shake around. Make sure you're not squeezing those eyes shut, but letting them relax. Remembering in, 2, 1, and hold. 2, 1, and out. 2, 1, and in. 2, 1. Keep that cycle going. And just straightening those legs out. Removing that towel from underneath your back. You're just going to be lying on the ground. Bring those arms a little bit closer to the legs. Straight back, protect, good, nice guys. From here, we're going to bring the right knee into the grip, so just holding it and just staying here, keeping that head relaxed. Remember, we're focusing on that breath work the whole time. With that right foot, we're just going to do some mini rotations. Today our main focus is going to be on stretching the hamstrings. Last week we focused on the hip flexors and the week before the chest. Today it's the hammies. From here, you're using your right hand and bringing your right knee out to the side. And just holding there. Again, focusing on that breathing. 3, 2, 1, hold, 2, 1, and out, 2, 1. When we're focusing on that breathing, you want to be breathing all the way to your belly button, guys. It's not just stopping at your chest. We want deep breath. You want your belly to be moving, not just your chest. Letting those shoulders relax. You're going to bring that knee back to center. Again, just hugging it towards your wrist. We're then going to take the hands just behind the bend of the knee and straighten that leg out.
What's better than something awesome?
The other leg still relaxed on the ground with the right leg up in the air. Focus on doing those foot rotations again. Pointing that toe towards the wall behind you and then to the sky. And to the wall behind you and to the sky. If you can hold above the knee, do. Try not to hold on the joint exactly. My hamstrings are very tight, so my legs don't go very straight, unfortunately. Good, and we're just going to stay here for a little while. Again, going back to that breath work. So 3 breaths in, 3 hold, and 3 out. Trying to keep those shoulders relaxed on the ground still. You don't want to feel tense in that upper body. And from here, we're going to bring that knee back in, bringing it to the ribs, squeezing it tight. And then we're going to put that right arm out to the side, hold the knee with the left hand, and just bring it across the body. So the focus here isn't to get the knee to the ground, it's to keep the opposite shoulder on the floor. So looking at the right hand. If you want to put a pillow under your knee because there's too much space or it's too tense, do. You don't want to be uncomfortable at all today. Whilst we're here and we're focusing on that breath work, it's been a week since I've seen you guys again. So we're going to have to think about what this week has brought us. Has it been tricky? Has it been easy? Some of you have been in isolation for quite a while now. What have you enjoyed? Trying to list 3 things in your head that have brought you joy throughout the past week. Maybe it's the small things such as getting up and having your coffee every morning. Maybe it's looking forward to Sunday Slowdown Sessions every week. Maybe it's having time just to relax. As you breathe in, try and think of one positive thing you've taken from this week. Hold it and then let go. As you breathe in a second time, think of the second positive thing. Hold it and let go. As you breathe in, think of the third positive thing. Hold it and let go. With each breath, letting that knee get a little bit closer to the ground, keeping the opposite shoulder on the floor still. And slowly, slowly bring that knee back to center. Just hugging it into the chest again. Squeeze it tight. And then straighten it out. From here, we're going to bring the left knee into the chest. Just holding it there, we're going to go for a few breaths. So in, 2, 1, hold, 2, 1, out, 2, 1. In, 2, 1, hold, 2, 1, out, 2, 1. One more breath at your own pace. And using that left hand, bring that knee over to the left side, letting it relax down. Keeping those shoulders relaxed and that head relaxed. Don't let that jaw tense up. If you find it easier to hold at your ankle, you can. Just aiming to keep both hip bones on the ground. You don't want it to rotate. You've got 2 more breath cycles where you are. And bringing that knee back to center, just hugging it in. From here, we're going to straighten that leg again, holding behind on the hamstrings or on the calf, just not on the joint. Giving that foot a bit of a twist, rotating to the left and rotating to the right. Pointing it to the sky, pointing it to the wall behind you or the tree behind you, wherever you are. And straight and to the back. If that leg doesn't go straight, that's okay, we're all at our own paces. With each breath, we are sending that oxygen to the muscle that's tight, using that mind over matter, that mind-muscle connection. And bringing that knee back in, hugging it tight. From here, we're going to put the right hand on the left knee and the left arm out and rotate over. Again, remember the focus is to keep the shoulder blade down, not the knee to the ground. If you'd like to put a pillow under it to make it more comfortable, feel free. And pointing that head to the left hand. This time we're going to think about 3 things that we haven't enjoyed so much about this week. The extended week that we all were kind of not hoping for. Maybe some of us were hoping for it. With each breath in, think about what it is, what number 1 is, what you've not enjoyed. Hold it and release. Breathing in, what was number 2? Hold and release. Breathing in number 3. Hold and release. And just continue breathing at your own time. Letting that knee sink a little bit closer to the ground with each breath. Got 2 more breath cycles here. Focus on your own speed.
Sunlight dances off the leaves, birds of red color the trees, flowers filled with buzzing bees, and plays the sweet.
Bringing that knee back into that chest slowly in your own time. Just rotating that foot to the left and to the right. Slowly bringing the other knee up to join it. And we're just going to rock from side to side. Releasing any tension. Rotate those knees if that feels comfortable. And then bringing that head to those knees, breathing tight. Again, you can rock from side to side, or backwards and forwards. Thanking your body for being here and letting you do this. For taking the time for something that you need. And then slowly we're going to roll onto one side. Use that pillow if you need under your head. Finding a position that's comfy. And again, taking that mind back to that breath work. Slowly in your own time, you're going to push up to a seated position. Bring those legs out in front of you. Pick up those sit bones. From here, you're going to use that pillow if you need to and curve that back, and we're just going to let that head rest. I'll show you. So we're not trying to reach anywhere, just relaxing into it. If you feel any tension in this position, remember to use that breathing, to use that muscle connection. If it feels too much, just step out of it and try go down again. Letting that back curve, letting those shoulders relax, that head relax. You're not trying to reach anywhere, you're just relaxing. From here, just moving that pillow out of the way. Just bring those knees up and rock them side to side. Release any tension in that lower back. This time we're going to split those legs. Again, move those sit bones back if you like. Using those pillows, we're going to try reach forwards. So try keep your back straight this time. If you're upright like I am, this is okay. Focusing on that breathing and getting lower with every breath. On this one, we're focusing on hinging from the hips. Letting those leg muscles relax. If they're twitching a little bit, give them a shake. Beginning to sink at the hips. And relax that core. Three, two, one, in. 3, 2, 1, hold. 3, 2, 1, out. 3, 2, 1, in. 3, 2, 1, hold. 3, 2, 1, out. Keep that cycle going at your own pace. Letting that head relax down. Maybe you're getting a little bit closer to those pillows. Again, just sinking towards those pillows. We're getting closer to the ground. You want to feel grounded in this position. Your heels, your calves, your hammies, your bum. Feeling those points of contact. And slowly walking back up, move those pillows out of the way. So again, we're just going to rock those knees side to side, releasing any tension. And then hugging them in, bringing that head to the knees. You're just going to squeeze tight. Just pausing for a second. And then slowly we're going to rotate onto that belly. Turning over. If you want a pillow, grab a pillow. Just letting that head relax. This time feeling different points of contact into the ground. The tops of your feet, your knees, your quads, your pelvis, your belly, your ribs and your chest, your hands and your elbows, maybe even your head. Letting those legs relax, that back relax, not tensing those glutes. You want to feel a sinking feeling into the floor. And from here, we're going to come up onto those elbows. You can keep that pillow there or move it out of the way. Just make sure the elbows are below the shoulders. Keeping that head upright. We're going to go for 2 rounds of breath here. So in, 2, 1, hold, 2, 1, out, 2, 1. Do that on your own twice. And then pushing up onto those hands, so straightening those arms out. Again, 2 rounds of breath. And back down onto those forearms. Again, pushing up onto those hands. Make sure those arms aren't locked. You don't want them tense. They want to be soft still. Feeling all those fingers gripping into the floor. Those eyes are still closed, still relaxed. And back onto the forearms. Back onto those hands. We're going to do this round one more time. Keeping that chest up, that head up. Focus on those 2 rounds of breath. 3 seconds in. 3-second hold. And 3 seconds out. And again. Back down onto those forearms. This time we're just going to push back into a wide child's pose. So bringing those toes together, knees to the width of the mat. And just resting that head. You can use that pillow if you need to, if that's comfortable for you. Releasing any tension in those hips. Letting that bum sink to the heels. With every deep breath, those hips are going to loosen a little bit to get closer to the ground. And then slowly bringing that bum up, those knees a little bit closer. We're going to go into puppy pose. So keeping that bum high, resting that head and that chest on the floor. Again, you can use a pillow. Make sure your bum is directly above your knees. You don't want it pushed back or forward. And rest that head. Aiming to sink those armpits to the floor. Still breathing in through your nose, holding and out through your mouth. Try and get that chest a little bit lower with each breath. And from here, we're just pushing back, this time going into narrow child's pose to bring those knees together and the arms are going back to the feet, resting that forehead on the ground. We're going to start to think about how we're feeling with the prospect of level 3 coming up. Are we happy about it? Are we worried? It takes 21 days to form a habit, 4 routines, and now that's all going to change again. What are you going to keep? From here, coming onto all fours, we're going to go into down dog, so just tucking those toes under and pushing those legs back. On this, you want to focus on your back being straight rather than your legs. So if your legs are bent, that's okay. Keep your back straight. Pushing back those armpits. And slowly walking those hands towards those toes. We're just going to hang here. Let it all go, let your hands relax. You can roll from side to side if you like. Let that head relax. Feeling that stretch down the back of the legs, down the back of the glutes. From here, we're going to try straighten those legs and touch the ground. We're going to go for 1 breath cycle. So in, 2, 1, hold, 2, 1, and out, 2, 1. We're then going to straighten that back. So bringing that back up to tabletop with a nice straight back. Again for 1 breath cycle. In, 2, 1, hold, 2, 1, out, 2, 1. Dropping back down, touching the ground, letting that back curve. Focusing on that breathing in your own time. Back into that tabletop position with that straight back. And back to the ground. Letting it all relax. Back to that tabletop for the last time. Straighten that back. This time we're going to come all the way into standing. So nice and slowly. Don't come up too fast. We're going to bend the left leg. Keep the right leg straight. Bringing your arms into the air. You're going to rotate to look at the left side with your left leg bent and then come over. So right leg straight, left leg bent. Rotate and come to one side. You want both hands to be at the same level. So if you're reaching to the left, your left leg is bent. If you're reaching to the right, your right leg is bent. Make sure your feet are at hip width level. You want those hands to be at the same height. You don't want one longer than the other. And coming back to center, just letting it all go again. Both legs dangling, both arms dangling. This time coming all the way up, slowly, slowly. We're going to bend the right knee. Turn to face the right side and go over. So the side in which you're folding is the leg that's bent. You still want to make sure those feet are at hip distance at the same level. And just relax into it. Make sure those hands are at the same level too. You don't want one longer than the other. From here, coming back to center. Again, just letting it all dangle. We're going to walk it out onto that belly. Resting back down. That head on that pillow. Taking that mind back to that breathing. It's okay if your mind wanders. We want to think about what we've enjoyed and what we haven't. But we also want to focus on stillness. Try not to think about the mundane things that we need to do later. Just letting it all go. Still focusing on that breathing, keeping that attention on one point. Letting that body melt into the ground. The tops of your feet, the caps of your knees, the fronts of your legs. your hips and your belly, your chest and your ribs, even your armpits and your arms. Slowly rolling onto one side. You can still keep that pillow there. Getting comfy, letting those hips relax.
Hour, really.
Focusing on that inhale, focusing on that hold, focusing on that exhale. For some of you, life might be changing a lot on Tuesday. For others, not so much. People might be coming back into your space, or you might be going back into theirs. It'll take a little bit of time to get sorted again, to get used to each other's presence. And that's okay. It's a journey that we're all going to share forever. We might not all have the same journey, but we've been part of it. Slowly, we're going to push up to that seated position. Bringing those legs straight in front of you again, picking up those sit bones. We're going to bring your left leg up and bring your head to it. Just holding here. Still focusing on that breathing. Thanking yourself for being here, for making the time to let your brain really relax. To think about what you're appreciating and to think about what you're struggling with. Quite often we know these emotions and we have behavioural reactions to them, but we don't really take the time to think about why. Why are we feeling this? All feelings come from thoughts. And just letting those hips, those knees rock from side to side. Bring them both back out. This time we're going to bring the head to the right knee. Letting it sink down. Releasing any tension you may feel in that lower back or the opposite leg. By being here, you've given yourself the gift of mindfulness. The feeling of thinking about your thoughts. Or thinking about your thoughts, you can see how your feelings and behaviours react. You've given yourself time. Sometimes that's all it takes. Again, slowly coming back out of it, bring those knees up, drop them from side to side, releasing any tension. We're just going to rotate, go and step back. Go for a little roll on that lower back, bringing those knees to the chest. You can go in circles if that feels comfortable. And then just holding it still for a few cycles of breath. From here, dropping those legs down. We're just going to get comfy. I like having a pillow underneath my knees. I'm going to be staying in this position for a few minutes, so if you feel a little bit chilly, get a blanket or your jumper. Letting those feet relax out, those knees. Let those hips sink into the ground. Feeling that upper back connecting, the shoulders, the elbows, the other hand. Try to keep those hands facing towards the sky. You want that chest to be open. And just letting it all go, letting rid of all those thoughts. Focus on that breath for a few minutes. Remembering to breathe all the way to the belly, not just the chest. And slowly coming back, we're going to wiggle those fingers, wiggling those toes, and go for a few ankle rotations and wrist rotations. And you want to stretch it out, bring those hands above the head. And slowly, in your own time, roll into one side. Enjoying that last bit of contact with the ground, just that sinking feeling with each breath. And in your own time, pushing back up to that seated position with those legs crossed. Taking that left hand behind into the centre of your back. And going for a last back rotation. And that head to look at where you're going. And to the opposite side. If it feels natural, still have your eyes closed. Keep them closed. And keep that hand as close to the bum as you can. And still breathing in for 3. Hold for 3. And out for 3. Going back to centre. You're going to take that right hand and place it on the ball of your head. And just bring those eyes to that opposite knee. Stretching out the back of the neck. Make sure that opposite shoulder is relaxed. Onto the opposite side. Finding the stretch and keeping it there. Breathing through it. Again, remembering to relax that shoulder. This time, placing both hands on the back of the head and just bring that chin down to the chest. And into those head rotations, rotating that head to one side and then to the other. Releasing any tension. And those shoulders backwards and forwards. From here, you're going to bring your shoulders up to your ears, so breathing in and let go. And again. Big deep breath out. We've got 3 more of these. Breathe in tight. And let it all go. 2 more. One more, make it a big one. This is your last one. Thank yourself for being here. And that is us. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Amy.
No worries. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Well done for making time for yourselves, guys.
Thank you so much, Annie.
No worries. I hope you all have a good night and a good week.
You too.
You too.
Bye. No worries.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.